Hello to all my friends out there in YouTube land. It's your good buddy Philtastic here. Welcome back to the channel. That's Philtastic Comics and Art. Sorry, Rob, I had to throw a little bit in there. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you today about my September art challenge. Now, what is it and why am I doing it? Well, if you've been following me for a while, and if you haven't, you could, of course, go back and look. For the last couple of years, every October, I've been participating in artist Chris Samnee's Battober series. So I always like the idea of starting my own challenge, if nothing, just to warm up for Battober, but also just to kind of keep the creative stuff flowing. In the past, I did a Mutant Mayhem, as I called it, all X-Men stuff. That was just as the Krakoan era was starting, so that may have been shortly after I started a YouTube channel. I do have some of my favorite pieces in there. Maybe I should post them in a video or something one day. Let me know if you want to see that. So for what I chose to do is I want to do something a little bit different. Every day for the month of September, I'm going to be putting a picture, a scene, a poster, it could even just be something right from the film, up from a film that has somehow, some way, at some point in time, either spoken to me or just something I really liked, even if I don't like it anymore, or just something I think is great. I've already started at this point. I'm filming this on the 3rd. I'm about to work on my 4th drawing now. I like to do it in a day in advance. That's the trick. And I'm going to warn you, because it's not like a list of these are the best movies ever, in my opinion. It's more like, I prefer to look at it, I should say, like a cinematic kind of film journal. Some of these films meant something to me at different points in time. Some of these movies, like if you look at Day 2, for example, are not good. I'll give you a little spoiler. Day 2 was Hudson Hawk, the Bruce Willis film from, I think it was 1991. It came out, I think, when I was like, I have to do the math, like 12 or 13 years old. It was my favorite movie at the time. I was like, wow, they time all their robberies by singing Frank Sinatra songs. And then a year later, I guess puberty hit, and I was like, if they were such good thieves, why didn't they just like use a watch? Even if they had to buy one rather than steal one, it kind of seems silly. Anyway, despite the silliness or the quality, why don't we say, of certain films, it still resonates with me. It's still part of me on some level. So that's kind of my way of sharing it with you. That's why I say it's kind of more like a cinematic journal than anything. These are not all of my favorite movies. I tried to stay away from any comic book related films. So you're not going to see any MCU films. You're not going to see any Fox films. You're not going to see any DC films. You're not going to see anything like Sin City or The Crow. No comic films whatsoever. That doesn't mean I don't like these movies. It's just not my focus here. There's also some great movies that I loved either as an adult or a child that you're not going to see here. Neverending Story is a perfect example. Why? Fun fact. Before I started this channel and before we had children, in conversation one day with my wife, it came to my attention she had never seen the film Never-Ending Story. So I sat down, I watched it with her. Maybe because she's looking at it as an adult, she didn't like it. But I proceeded to that year say, okay, I'm going to do the November Ending Story challenge. See what I did there? Never November. So I've done that already. So I was like, I don't want to do that again. Same thing kind of like with Dracula. I just posted that one up today. My favorite scene in that film is the very beginning when you see him in his regalia and this armor fresh from the battlefield. Just, if anything, it's a great film, but that costume and that armor specifically is so complex and beautiful. It was just fun to draw. But I drew that last year. I think it was actually part of one of the Between the Lines drawings. You could look at my Between the Lines video and take a look, or just look back at my IG feed. Regardless, you're not going to see everything there, so don't turn around and say, hey, how come there's no Godfather? We'll do that for another challenge. Or how about this? If you're so artistically inclined, even if you're not, but you just want to have fun, I invite you to participate and just do hashtag see you at the hashtag let's all go to the movies. you know, kind of like the little, let's all go to the lobby, but I changed it a little bit. In fact, why don't you go ahead and use that as the hashtag for this video for an entry into the Road to 1K giveaway. Yeah, I'm still doing that. So what do you do from here? Well, tune into my IG page for now. I'm going to be posting everything there every single day, and maybe come October you'll see a montage, let's say, of those drawings. Some other quick things I'm going to plug all month long until whenever, so you're going to get bored of me saying this. Remember to go to legacycomics.com and order one of 2 exclusive covers. One is physical, one is print, that I've drawn for the first time ever. And remember, a portion of the purchase will be donated to Comics Curing Cancer for every issue sold. Somebody I saw, I think it was Trav on a Life, he'd said it's half. It's not half. No, it's a portion. It's the portion I would usually get, to be more specific. It's like, all right, just send this to Comics Curing Cancer and we're good. Second, this channel, the one that you're watching, Philtastic Comics and Art. Hopefully I remember to put words in there, or this is just going to be random pointing. I'm nominated for 3 comic book community awards. I don't know how that happened. I didn't pay anybody, but I appreciate you if you nominated me, and if you didn't, screw you. Just kidding. I am nominated for favorite channel in Tier 1, favorite community artist. This might be the last year I'm eligible for that. I don't quite know. And favorite unboxing video for Tier 1. So, look, if you wouldn't mind, please go ahead and cast your vote. That's cbcawards.org, cbcawards.org. And while you're there, look at the other categories too. A lot of great people putting in a lot of hard work for little to no money. You know, we all do this for fun. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you go ahead and jump into this art challenge, and I hope that you go ahead and order some copies of Conjuring #4, the digital copy, and The Job, Dark Matches, as my brain flies away, so that we could, if anything, get an entry into, get a donation going to Comics Curing Cancer. They both happen to be really good books anyway, so it's a win-win for everybody. That's all I have for you. Peace, love, and comics. Take care.